I don't know whether you saw a recent television programme by a philosopher and theologian from Nottingham, which talks about this whole area. And he quoted from Darwin a sentence, apparently to the effect that he saw no ultimate opposition between a creator and the theory of evolution. He does find a sentence in Darwin which actually says that.
Because he wouldn't have said that earlier.
No, he wouldn't have said that earlier. No, no.
At the end of his life, you see.
Well, I think so. I mean, I will examine that and actually find
a better verse
on that.
Yeah. In a way, I think it's been the evolution of many people.
Yes.
Because you feel that the Catholic Church, for instance, at the beginning they hesitated. But when they hesitate, the Catholic Church, they say, we have plenty of time. We can wait for 200 years.
Yes, before we decide, yes. Yeah.
But the last Pope said something about Darwin's theory being more than a theory.
Yes.
There is a sentence there, yeah, which is not justified, which is just...
But even in Anglicanism, which was the main and obvious adversary in the original debate at Oxford, Bishop of Oxford took the religious view. I mean, they were talking about a version of Scripture and particularly a philosophic argument, the argument from design, which was limited both by its provenance and by its acceptance at that time. It was much more limited, and even within Anglicanism, Darwin died and was buried in Westminster Abbey. You know, there was a pretty broad acceptance by people like Charles Kingsley, and who was a reverend priest at that time. And the big trouble, the big polemic around Darwin was really in this country, in America.
How do you see that debate from your point of view?
I'm not sure I have a general view, because, but it never bothered me, because I never felt that there was any coherence to it or anything really that could pose any problem from my point of view. So it never really interested me.
Okay.
Isn't that because you, in a sense, short-circuit the problem? You never get to the point where the problem occurs, because you take us round another way. You never talk about looking at the order of creation and deducing from that order that there is a transcendent origin and cause. That's not the way your theory works at all. You say, no, let's look at anthropology, let's look at man himself, what is religion represented, is religion itself evolutionary and open to transcendent potentials, is there a point at which that those transcendent potentials are realized, that they become revelatory? So, in other words, you give us a version of religion which is itself evolutionary, in a sense. But evolution reconcilable with revelation. So, in your thought, these two are not antagonistic
because revelation
notions.
Is primarily the revelation of the falsity of earlier religion.
Yes, the falsity or the inadequacy of the basis, the human basis of religion.
That's it.
And most people will say, well, religion is either a natural phenomenon or a supernatural one.
That's right. It cannot be both.
But it can't be both at the same time. And it seems to me that what your theory is superb at suggesting is the idea, actually, that that opposition is a false one.
False one.
That revelation may emerge and be crystallized, obviously, at certain key junctures.
Yeah. And it's interesting because at the beginning, when Things Hidden was published, there were some people who could see that, you know. Then I was informed informally that the French bishops were considering a meeting with me, you know,
Really?
And then after that, it was cancelled and something, and there were voices going in the other direction.
So you
It's
think there was a
fascinating.
moment of hesitation about whether your theory was
Yeah.
receivable within the French
That's right.
Catholic tradition?
Sure.